far we have discussed adjoint of a matrix and the determinant of a matrix. Now, today we will discuss singular matrix, non-singular matrix, and the condition for invertibility of a square matrix. So let's take singular matrix. A square matrix A is said to be a singular matrix if its determinant is equal to 0. For example, if I have a matrix A with elements 3, 1, 6, 2, it is a square matrix of order 2 by 2. If I compute its determinant, it will be given by product of these two, that is 6. From this subtract the product of these two. So 6 minus 6 is 0. So as the determinant of this matrix is 0, so I say that A is a singular matrix. Now let's see what is a non-singular matrix. A square matrix A is said to be a non-singular matrix if determinant A is not equal to 0. For example, if I have a matrix A with elements 5, 2, minus 1, 3, it is a square matrix of order 2 by 2. If I compute its determinant, it will be product of these two, that is 15. From this, subtract the product of these two, which is minus 2. So that will give you 15 plus 2, 17, and it is not equal to 0. So therefore, A is a non-singular matrix. Now we will prove a very important theorem which says that a square matrix A is invertible if and only if its determinant is not equal to 0. That means the inverse of a square matrix will exist if and only if the matrix is non-singular. This theorem gives us a criteria to check whether a given square matrix is invertible or not. Now let's prove this. First, let A be an invertible matrix. And here we are to prove that A is non-singular. That means I have to prove that its determinant is not equal to 0. Now, as A is invertible, therefore A inverse exists, and this implies there exists a matrix B such that which when multiplied with the matrix A should give you the identity matrix. So here I is the identity matrix. Now as AB is equal to I, so determinant of AB will be equal to the determinant of the identity matrix. And yes, we know that determinant AB is equal to determinant of the matrix A into determinant of the matrix B. So here we have determinant of A into determinant of B is equal to 1, because determinant of identity matrix is 1. You can check. Suppose I take the identity matrix of order 2. So in this case, determinant of I will be 1. If I take I to be identity matrix of third order, so again its determinant will be 1. So we have determinant A into determinant B is equal to 1. So Here the product of two numbers is equal to 1. So this will imply that determinant A is not equal to 0. Now conversely, let determinant A be not equal to 0. That means let A be a non-singular matrix. Now we are to prove that A is invertible. That means we are to show that A inverse exists. Now A will be invertible if I am able to find a matrix B such that AB is equal to BA is equal to the identity matrix. So I need to show this. Now we know that A into adjoint A is equal to adjoint A into A equals to determinant A into I. This we had verified in the last class. Now as determinant A is not equal to 0, so I can divide these by determinant A. So on division by this number, that is by determinant of A, I get A into adjoint A divided by determinant A will be equal to adjoint A into A divided by determinant A, which is equal to determinant A into I divided by determinant A. So here these two numbers can be cancelled out. So I am left with A into adjoint A divided by determinant A equals to adjoint A divided by determinant A into A equals to I. So here I call this matrix as B. So I'll get A into B is equal to B into A is equal to I. So the product of A with this matrix B is equal to the identity matrix. So this implies that A is invertible and A inverse is equal to B. And B is adjoint A upon determinant A. So we have proved that when a matrix is non-singular, then it is invertible and its inverse is given by adjoint A upon determinant A. This theorem gives you a formula to find out the inverse of the matrix, which is adjoint A upon determinant A, and here determinant A will not be equal to 0.